Here's your wrestling news for January 19th, 2026. Your headlines for today include: unexpected names enter the Royal Rumble 2026 picture, WWE goes bold. WWE locks in Brock Lesnar plans for WrestleMania 42. AEW quietly removes star from roster page after collision. Dominik Mysterio calls out Bad Bunny during AAA Fox debut. Massive Botch sees Dominik Mysterio listed as AEW champion. Royal Rumble tease points to major WWE debut. AEW releases star days after signing, shocking decision. Eric Bischoff explains why he thinks TNA can overtake AEW. Unexpected WWE name appears at AAA TV tapings, and more. WWE appears to be stacking the deck for the 2026 Royal Rumble, and a newly spotted billboard in Riyadh has added fresh fuel to the speculation. Photographed on January 18th, the massive advertisement promoting the January 31st premium live event features several names not traditionally associated with main roster marketing. The billboard includes Tatum Paxley, Ethan Page, Lola Vice, Joe Hendry, and Thea Hale, all of whom are currently a part of NXT. Their presence strongly suggests WWE is planning major cross-brand involvement for this year's Rumble. One name on the billboard that stands out even more is Oba Femi. Femi has already begun his transition to the main roster, appearing in recent vignettes on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. He also recently vacated the NXT Championship, clearing the runway for a full-time call-up. With his image now featured prominently in Royal Rumble advertising, WWE appears to be positioning him for a major arrival on one of its biggest stages. Featuring names like Oba Femi and Lola Vice in international marketing signals a willingness to elevate new faces on a global platform. On the other hand, a January 10th report from WrestleVotes Radio noted that several major names were either internally scheduled or heavily discussed for the event. That list included Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, LA Knight, Chad Gable, Dominik Mysterio, Jacob Fatu, and Tiffany Stratton. Clearly, WWE is aiming to blend established stars with emerging talent as it kicks off the road to WrestleMania. What do you think about WWE spotlighting NXT talent at the Royal Rumble? Are you excited to see fresh names enter the main roster mix, or should the focus remain on established stars? Sound off in the comments and let us know below. Brock Lesnar is back in WWE's creative plans, and his road to WrestleMania 42 could finally lead to a long-awaited dream match against Gunther. According to F4W Online, Lesnar is expected to appear at the Royal Rumble later this month. His potential return has immediately fueled speculation about his WrestleMania direction. The report notes that WWE is once again discussing Lesnar vs. Gunther for WrestleMania, a match the company has attempted to book twice before. The first attempt was scrapped when WWE felt Gunther hadn't yet reached true main event status. The second plan was abandoned after Lesnar was pulled from programming amid the Janelle Grant lawsuit. With those obstacles now cleared, WWE reportedly believes the timing is finally right. Lesnar returned to the ring at WrestlePalooza in September 2025, defeating John Cena in a major match following his SummerSlam appearance. That comeback was approved by TKO Group Holdings, and WWE has quietly been positioning Lesnar for a marquee WrestleMania program ever since. On the other side, Gunther's stock has never been higher. He recently forced John Cena to tap out in Cena's retirement match at Saturday night's main event, a moment that firmly established him as a top-tier threat. Internally, WWE now views Gunther as fully ready to stand across the ring from Lesnar on the grandest stage. Both men are expected to be a part of the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match, and WWE reportedly sees even a single staredown as enough to ignite this long-simmering feud. If plans hold, WrestleMania 42 may finally deliver the heavyweight collision fans have been waiting years to see. Are you ready for Brock Lesnar vs. Gunther at WrestleMania? And who should walk out on top? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Powerhouse Hobbs is officially no longer All Elite, and all signs now point to WWE as his next destination. Following the January 17th episode of AEW Collision, Hobbs was quietly removed from AEW's official roster page, confirming that his run with the company has come to an end. The episode featured Hobbs' final match, a trios championship defense alongside Samoa Joe and Katsuyori Shibata. That bout was taped on January 14th, just one day before Hobbs' contract expired at midnight on January 15th. In the match, Hobbs and the Ops dropped the AEW World Trios Championship to Hangman Page and Jet Speed, Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey, bringing their 264-day reign to a close. Hobbs took the deciding fall via a sunset flip from Knight, a finish that appeared designed to formally close the chapter on his AEW tenure. According to Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE's interest in Hobbs dates back several years, and that long-standing interest ultimately factored into his decision. As previously reported, Hobbs' contract expired earlier this week. While AEW did make an offer to retain him, multiple reports indicate he declined the proposal and had already signed with WWE. Hobbs first signed with AEW in 2020 and steadily rose through the ranks, eventually capturing the TNT Championship and establishing himself as one of the promotion's most physically imposing stars. While his presence was undeniable, his push often felt inconsistent, something WWE may look to address if and when he debuts. There's still no official word on when Hobbs could appear on WWE programming, but with his AEW commitments now complete, the runway is clear. Do you think Powerhouse Hobbs will thrive in WWE? And who would you like to see him feud with first? Let us know in the comments below. Dominik Mysterio isn't letting a shoulder injury slow down his trash talk or his momentum in Lucha Libre AAA worldwide. During AAA's broadcast debut on Fox Latin America, a pre-taped vignette aired featuring the reigning AAA Mega Champion, and Dominik didn't hold back. While addressing the significance of the promotion's major television milestone, he took pointed shots at multiple names, including Bad Bunny, Canelo Alvarez, Rey Mysterio, and Mr. Iguana, leaning fully into his Judgment Day persona. The vignette even included footage from WrestleMania 39 weekend, highlighting Dominik's now infamous confrontation with Bad Bunny on Raw. The callback immediately reignited speculation that the Grammy-winning artist could be heading back to WWE at some point. Dominik went on to brand himself the king of the luchadors and the dirtiest of the dirty, further positioning himself as AAA's top antagonist. However, the broadcast also delivered a major in-ring development. El Hijo del Vikingo officially was named the #1 contender to Dominik's AAA Mega Championship after defeating El Grande Americano. As for Bad Bunny, he hasn't appeared in WWE since his victory over Damian Priest at Backlash 2023 in Puerto Rico. While he's currently preparing for a Super Bowl performance next month, Dominik's comments suggest the door for another crossover moment hasn't been closed. Meanwhile, Dominik continues to recover from a minor shoulder injury suffered at Guerrero de Titanes on December 20th, 2025, where he absorbed a DDT from his father, Rey Mysterio, but still finished the match. Reports indicate surgery won't be necessary, and his in-ring return is expected soon. Could Dominik's jab at Bad Bunny be more than just promo heat? Would you want to see another clash between them in WWE, or even inside of a AAA ring? Sound off in the comments below. WWE prides itself on keeping rival promotions out of the spotlight, but the recent promo featuring Dominik Mysterio may have accidentally done the exact opposite. Mysterio was shown cutting a promo while driving, reflecting on his journey in AAA as part of a stylized video package. A large portion of the segment was presented in a comic book style format that was clearly AI generated, giving it a highly produced, animated look. However, eagle-eyed fans quickly spotted a glaring mistake. At one point in the video, Mysterio is shown wearing the AEW Championship, a stunning visual botch that immediately stood out. As of this writing, the video still remains live on AAA's official social media platforms, with the error still intact. The moment has since gone viral, with many fans calling it one of the more amusing slip-ups in recent memory. The irony hasn't been lost on viewers either, especially given how carefully WWE avoids acknowledging rival promotions like All Elite Wrestling on screen. Seeing one of WWE's rising stars accidentally associated with AEW Gold, even through an AI-generated visual, only added to the humor. What did you think of the botch? Harmless fun or an embarrassing oversight? Sound off in the comments. The Rascals' AEW debut on Collision generated instant buzz, but it also raised an immediate red flag as one key member of the group was missing. When Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, and Myron Reed appeared together on the January 17, 2026 episode of AEW Collision, there was no sign of Trey Miguel. He wasn't mentioned on commentary, didn't appear in a backstage segment, and wasn't acknowledged in any way during the debut, a noticeable absence given that the Rascals have historically been a four-man unit. The situation became more concerning when fans noticed Miguel had deleted several AEW-related tweets, including one posted shortly after Fightful Select first reported the Rascals had signed with All Elite Wrestling on January 14th. In that now deleted post, Miguel shared the group's AEW graphic alongside the caption, "Coming soon." Its removal, paired with his absence from Collision, immediately fueled speculation. Miguel finally addressed the situation the following day. On January 18th, he posted a brief but direct message to his Instagram story. "Taking a break from wrestling. Please respect my space and don't tag me in any posts or comments. Go support the Rascals still." The statement appeared to confirm a personal step back from wrestling rather than a creative or storyline decision. However, new reporting has since added critical context. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select confirmed that Trey Miguel was released from his All Elite Wrestling contract just days after signing. According to the report, Miguel's new AEW deal began shortly after his TNA contract expired at the end of 2025, with all 4 members of the Rascals initially signing multi-year agreements. However, in a surprising twist, Miguel was quietly let go in the days leading up to AEW Collision. Sean Ross Sapp also noted that Miguel was not backstage on January 14th when the debut segment was filmed, indicating his absence was not a last-minute change. AEW and Miguel reportedly parted ways on amicable terms, though no specific reason for the sudden release was provided. That revelation now reframes Miguel's Instagram post, suggesting his break from wrestling coincided directly with the end of his AEW run. Miguel had been a fixture in TNA wrestling since 2018 and played a major role in the Rascals' emotional reunion on TNA television in late 2025. While Wentz and Xavier had previously signed with WWE in earlier years, Miguel took a different route, appearing on NXT throughout 2024 and 2025 before reuniting with his longtime faction mates in AEW. Ultimately, Miguel's AEW run ended before it ever truly began. With him now out of the company, AEW's plans for the Rascals appear to be moving forward as a trio, but the unanswered questions surrounding Miguel's sudden exit have left fans wondering what might have been if the full group had debuted together. Do you think AEW handled Trey Miguel's situation the right way? And should the door remain open for his return down the line? Share your thoughts in the comments. Eric Bischoff is standing by his belief that TNA wrestling could soon overtake All Elite Wrestling, and now he's clarifying exactly what he means by that claim. Speaking on a recent episode of his 83 Weeks podcast, Bischoff revisited a prediction he made months ago that TNA could become the #2 wrestling promotion in the United States. While the statement initially sparked pushback, Bischoff explained that his outlook was never about money or overall valuation, it's strictly about television viewership. "Let me qualify my statement about TNA being able to be #2, Bischoff said. "I'm talking about from a television viewership perspective, not so much from a revenue perspective." The discussion came after Rajgirl questioned whether TNA could realistically close the gap with AEW given the latter's production scale and star power, unless WWE offered long-term support. That prompted Bischoff to point directly at AEW's recent ratings trends. "Tony Khan, AEW is doing maybe 500,000 viewers. They're going to be down to 400,000 by spring," Bischoff claimed. "Once the NBA starts heating up and the playoffs hit, it gets tougher anyway, and they're losing about 20% of their audience on average, and they have been for a long time." Bischoff was careful to frame his comments as analysis rather than an attack, stressing that his criticism wasn't rooted in negativity. Still, he made it clear he believes TNA has a real opening if it capitalizes on its current momentum. "So I'm still, while I'm critical, hoping it comes off constructive and not angry," he added. "I still think within 6 to 8 months, TNA is going to be the #2 wrestling company in the country because of the resources they have if they take advantage of them." With TNA now settled into its AMC television slot and AEW facing increased competition for viewers, Bischoff sees a potential shift coming. Not overnight, but gradually. Whether that projection proves accurate remains to be seen, but the claim has certainly reignited debate about the future balance of power in televised wrestling. Do you think Eric Bischoff is right about TNA's TV potential, or is AEW still firmly locked into the #2 spot? Share your thoughts in the comments. TJ Perkins is officially back under the WWE umbrella, and he's already stepped back into the ring, just not in the way most fans expected. Perkins competed in a 4-way match during the post-January 17th AAA TV tapings, making his first in-ring appearance connected to WWE since 2019. While the match did not air on the January 17th episode of AAA on Fox Latin America, it was taped for a future broadcast, confirming that Perkins' return isn't limited to coaching duties. The appearance comes just weeks after reports revealed that Perkins had rejoined WWE as a guest coach at the Performance Center, working with developing talent behind the scenes. This latest development makes it clear he's also open to competing again, even if it's through a non-traditional, cross-promotional route. Perkins' in-ring return via AAA, one of WWE's current international partners, highlights how flexible WWE has become with talent usage outside its core programming. Whether this was a one-off match or the beginning of a broader hybrid role combining coaching and selective in-ring appearances remains to be seen. Either way, the door is now open. Would you like to see TJ Perkins make a full-time return to WWE television, or is this part-time, cross-promotional role the right fit for him at this stage? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.